Hey, ladies and gents, I'm back with. I'm actually starting a new series here. It's going to be called MillHills RNG. And if you guys don't know who MillHill is, go check out some of our videos earlier from, a couple months ago. Actually, for the last few years, last year at least. Mills is probably one of the best players in North America, World of Tanks, and he is. Well, we make fun of this actually in um, TS quite a bit. What we call MillHills RNG, because he can pull some absolute bullshit shots out of his ass, and it's absolutely amazing to watch. So he sent me a couple of replays of here of his some of his RNG shots, and actually we're going to start out here with the this tier 7 tank destroyer in the tier 9 match, and you're going to watch a hell of a game played by Mill here in a attempt to win this game here. So he's got a Type 59 here sitting in the back. This, according to him, this has become one of his favorite tanks. So I don't see it. I played it. It wasn't really that great, but he seems to love the shit out of it, and you'll notice and you'll see why here too, because he puts, like I said, one hell of a game together. Finishes off his first tier 8 tank, and he is currently playing, I believe, with the Goat and the Ocean Princess, which is unusual because we don't oftentimes see the Ocean Princess outside of World of Warships. But he has picked up the game again, so we're just gonna let that go right there. He's playing the SP1C, and Goat is playing the IKV-90. So Mill's already up to 833 damage. Tier 9 match. The Type 59 is getting wrecked in the middle. For some reason, at 13 minutes 20 seconds, we have yet to get the vast majority of the heavies into town. So he must have got spotted. He must not have 6 seconds on this. So he gets a nice round from the MX M445. They are currently crowding the crap. The enemy team is really crowding this center ridge right here. He's got a few tanks over here to help him with, but yeah, it's looking pretty rough. Considering we have 4 heavies, 3 of them tier 8s that are not really doing a whole lot over here on the 8-9 line. So he pulls off another kind of, once again, MillHills RNG, gets the SP1C, and finishes him off. Game's looking pretty tight here. It's a 4-3 game. They're up 1 tank. They got 2 8s knocked out, 3 8s knocked out actually, and look like they're doing pretty well. I'm not terribly sure. Like I said, this Challenger, I don't remember playing it. I might have free XP'd through it, but he swears by this thing being a really, really good tank. We'll see here, of course. I do believe it has the 17-pounder on it, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Somebody will, of course, always correct me because that's what you guys do. So, sitting here waiting. He's kind of just working the ridge here. They got an AMX 1375, AMX 1357 over here with a Pershing and a KV3. Finally, the Pershing decides he's going to push up here, and of course, the Mutant 6, the Louvers, pulls another nice shot out of his ass, finishes off another light tank. So he's got 2 light tanks. Yeah, the 9-0 with the tanks they had was a little ridiculous. The Oni got wrecked. Apparently the Louvet got wrecked. When you do cross down there on the bottom, make sure you guys cross on the other side of the road. Get all the way down the JK line. Otherwise, you will get the shit shot out of you if you don't be careful and get spotted as you do it. 54 lightweights moving up. He's got the IS-6B pushing in here. And, oh! Yeah, he just paused there. So he's got all 3 light tank kills. Some more bullshit RNG, but he pulls it off. So now he's sitting here. He's got the IKV, IS-6B, the T-54 lightweights running for his life. The artilleries, they waited till the last minute. They should have been on the move like 10 minutes ago, at least, once they saw that the 9-0 was going to fall, but they didn't. So now they are going to get, they're going to get dead. You got the T-54 moving in on the artillery, because those would have been nice. Those would have been real nice later on here. Gets the side of the I-6. Unfortunately, he gets a crit hit on him, and he is just going to start trying to knock some HP off these guys to do something. We still have one tier 9, of course, the 54 lightweight. They, of course, have a T-54, which isn't exactly really a fair matchup, I guess. Starts pummeling at the IS-6. Guns kind of trolls him there a little bit, but he's already up to 2,400 damage in a tier 7 and a tier 9. Yeah, he's going to be working these guys pretty hard here. Gets the IS-6, bounces. He's got 9 rounds left. He's going to see if he can get a shell into the side of him. Gets a shell into the IS-6. Nice shot. I'm not terribly sure. I don't remember the pen on this gun, but it's good enough to go through the front of that tank. Finishes off the IS-6, puts him up to 3,200 damage in his Challenger. He's got a 54 to deal with, a couple of tank destroyers, and I believe a T-34-3 left to kill. So now they've pushed up center. Him and Goat are sitting here waiting to see what they can see. The Ocean Princess died somewhere along the lines. I'm not sure where he died at. Probably down along the 1-2. They are working the AT-7 over pretty hard here, and they have him on the run. Mill's kind of sitting here waiting to see what the 54 is going to do, if he's going to come charging, or at least attempt to make a chance at the cap here. Of course, Mill's only got 10 shells left, 7 AP, 3 HE. Yeah, that's going to be difficult. So they got the Comet, the Crusader, another AT-7, and he's going to move out here. He's got side shots on these tanks, so he's moving over here to see what he can do. Persian gets caught out in the open. Comet's working him over. So is the AT-7. The AT-7 can be kind of a pain in the ass to pen, especially frontally. So finds the Comet sitting way in the back. Like I said, 7 rounds left. Puts a nice shell in there. Just can't quite get it over that little bit of a ridge. SP-1C, of course, is spotting. AT-7 is playing it smart. He's not really giving up much to his side there. Now he does. Mill gets on the side of him. Puts a nice shell in it from 293. Gets him up to 3,500 damage, which I consider probably one of the weaker tier 7 TDs. But Mill is definitely having a good game in this tank. Unfortunately, it puts him down here at 6 rounds. He's going to see if he can get the Crusader. Puts one more shell into him. Puts him at 5 rounds left, and it's not really looking that great here. Puts another shell into the Comet. Goat's starting to work on him. AT-7 finishes off the 54 lightweights, and it's looking pretty bad here for the Shrike boys. Mill's at 5 kills, 4,000 damage in a tier 7. Goat, I think, had quite a bit of damage as well. But once again, what are you going to do with tier 7 TDs? Mill gets spotted. He's running. He's got 1 AP left and 3 HE shells left. Yeah, this isn't good. This is not good at all. So he's going to be running for his life. I believe Goat is also going to turn around and run. Yeah. About that time, the full health T-34-3 shows up, of course, and the Comet nails him from the other side of the map. And I have that tank. That's pretty fucking bullshit RNG right there. But here comes the 34-3. Goat quite isn't fast enough to get away, and Mill, of course, has got 1 AP left against a tier 8 and a tier 9. So he's got the HE shells loaded. He's got 4,300 damage. Can he get one more shell on him with this terrible turn? Finishes him off 101 damage. 4,443 damage in a tier 7 tank destroyer. 5 kills in a tier 9 match. That's all you can do, Mill. That's all you can do. So I'll have a few more of these up. Like I said, this is MillHills RNG, so you guys are going to be watching some crazy shit. Alright, back again with MillHills RNG, and we are playing, he's playing with the Butt. Butt's got his Moss, and of course Mill is playing in the Wheezy 113G. I don't have this tank, so I'm not terribly sure that much about it. I know it's got some reasonably nice accuracy and some pretty good damage, if I remember correctly, from what he's told. This is actually a top tier match, so it's looking pretty nice for them. They got one artillery on both sides. And I actually watched this video when he first sent it to me, and I was like, you know, this is the kind of stuff this is the reason why we talk about it in TS, right? So he pulls over here. He's going to go into the bush right off the bat because he's got some light tanks that are going to go out and spot. So, you know, he's paying attention to what's going on. Agent K's moved out, doing a nice job of spotting, gets up into the bush, and he's going to wait here. And I do believe Butt is actually also going to do a little bit of spotting here. So they got the VK. He misses his first shot through the window. He's looking. Like I said, this is, of course, thousands of games by Mill. He knows what that light tank's doing, and he's just going to sit here and watch. So now he's got the window. Oh, puts it through the window for a 760 roll. I'm not sure what the VK was doing here. I don't know if he was thinking this was a good place to hide, but you know, seems legit. So he's got maybe a 2-inch hole there to go through, and he bounced that one, but now he's looking for this VK and see if he can finish off the last. Oh, finishes off the last little bit of health left on the VK. Pulls some amazing RNG bullshit off here, and of course Bud is playing. This is, they call the for some reason these guys call these meme, some sort of meme tactics, and that includes pushing the 2-3 line in your moss. So he's up there with the Rev. Apparently he hasn't got any damage taken off of him. Looking like he's going to actually just keep pushing right on into base, which is going to work out pretty nice here for Mill. Those two have actually moved all the way up. They find the other VK that hadn't been spotted all game. He is I have no idea. You're in a VK, but either you don't push or you just sit behind the buildings, either and or. It doesn't make any difference to me because these guys don't care. Like I said, Butt's gonna just keep pushing this guy until he's dead, and that's when they spot the STRVs and all these beautiful tanks sitting up on the hill. Boom, 835 puts him up at 1800, and this is like the dream for a TD player. When things start getting lit way out here in the open, they are currently wrecking the crap out of this team. They've all moved up the hill, and unfortunately, with the somewhat kind of a new meta, once you take the hill, you got to push down into these trees down here. So you got Rye Metals, you got T10s, T44s, Scorpion Gs, all sitting for you to push off that hill, which they're not going to. But takes a big bang, 481, 110 from the artillery. And Mill's like, nah, I got this, fellas. I'm just going to keep on pushing right on in here. FE-215B shows up, and he is looking for the top of that tank. Can't find it. Instead, they find the T-30 sitting up on the hill. He's actually sitting behind that rock right there. So Mill waits, puts a nice shell into him. Of course, that one actually did pen. So your numbers, of course, going to be a little bit skewed here, but I believe that was like a 750 damage roll, but he has the Type 4, and that is big, huge, massive, juicy amount of HP to shoot, and he's just keep on rolling here. So Mill's going to move over here. He's looking for some shots on that Type 4 heavy. Type 4's got the derp gun. Scorpion G puts out just a little too far and gets nailed for over 800. Yeah, HE shell. Love that shit, don't you? Alright, so he's got the T-44 over here on this side, and T-44 is like, yeah, I'm sneaky. Nobody can see me in my bush. Oh! And Mill finishes him off. Not quite finishes him off, but pretty damn close. Type 4, he's still pushing. He's pushing. Mill's like, nah, I got you, buddy. Looking, nope. And what amazing camo on that Type 4. Fortunately, Mill misses him. And the map's kind of flipped around here, but they are currently 9-1 right now, and it's not even really much of a match left. Pretty much just going to be a lot of cleanup duty here, but still got the W key pushed because he just don't care. Finds the FV. Mill's like, nah, I got that. And you notice the shell. I'm not even sure if it was actually even in the reticle when it first left the gun. But it hit him. That's all that matters. Finds the Badger in the side of the Badger. Puts a nice shell into him. Once again, that's pretty sketchy, but you know what? This is MillHills RNG. It don't matter. So he pushes up, sitting at about 4K damage. And he's making this thing work. I didn't think much of this tank when I saw it, the stats of it. But yeah, it looks like it's a well-balanced machine. Big alpha, pretty accurate gun, and I'm told the armor on it's pretty good. I haven't really run into a whole lot of them, so I don't know yet. Gets another shell into the Badger, puts him up at 4,700. And I think he only missed like 2 shots, maybe 2 shots at the most in this tank. He's aiming in for the last 36, but he's like, nah, I don't want that. I don't want that. So T30's moved up. He's hull down. Like I said, Mill's sitting at 4,700, so now he's just going to be like, yeah, let's see here. Where are you hiding, Artie? Where are you, Artie? Where are you, Artie? Well, oh, there's Artie. Mill aims in. Can he do it? Can he pull it off? No. He's looking. No. Denied. So he actually ends up with just a little bit over 5K damage. Actually, like 53 or 5,400 damage is what he ended up with. But yeah, you can see, like I said, this is MillHills RNG. We get to pull off some amazing shots. So I got one more game for you guys, and hope you guys can enjoy it. All right, last video in this little run of MillHills RNG. And believe me, he sends me these videos because, you know, he gets these shots all the time. So he's playing with the Thug, and he's got Goat with him. Goat's in the Foch, B, and Butthurt's playing the 113. He, of course, is playing the Type 5 Heavy, and this is, yeah, derp cannons. We'll see what we can do here. It's an all tier 10 match. Looks like they're stacked up against some pretty good players too. Just going off, of course, by the clan tags, and yeah, this is what you got to do to win when you can't take the hill. So he pushes up. He's got Butt in the front, 907, a 140. The rest of the mediums decide, let's not take hill. And what the fuck, mediums? Yeah, because that's legit. That is way legit. So pulls up here, looking for his first shot, and nothing. Wheezy's in the way. Can't even take the first shot off the hill. So they let the meds have the hill, and it looks like it's going to be kind of a downhill battle from here. So he pushes on over, and it's going to be a interesting game here. So he's looking, see if he can get some of that RNG that he's famous for. Nothing. Unfortunately, our Wheezy, he's already in the dumps because the game is lost. No, the game's never lost, folks. I mean, start out right off the bat. Even Mill's kind of a little worried here, it looks like. But these guys play one hell of a game to bring this game back out of a disaster, really. Typically, if anybody play, you know, everybody should be familiar with this map. You know, you usually, if you lose this, if you lose the hill, it's not a good time. So gets gets the ass end of the Bad Chat 25 ton, puts the shell through. Yeah, 13-17 just to start off the game. Bad Chat's like, what happened? All right, so Mill's like, nah, I got this. So he's pushing around. Wheezy 111, he's pushing. The 5A pushing over there. Jagdpanzer E100's pushing, and the Badger's also pushing. They've pretty much got the center at control. Butthurt dies, and yeah, of course, here it comes. 113, you dumbass. What a good time, what a good time. So he pulls it around the corner, looking for the 268, can't find him. STB1's up on the top. Jagdpanzer E100's here. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. AMX-50B's here. They find the T92. Yeah, can Mill pull this off? Pull it off, buddy. Ooh, finishes off the artillery, and he's dealing here now with the mediums on the hill, and of course the Wheezy 111 in the front here. He's trying to keep these guys off of his Jagdpanzer E100. Jagdpanzer E100 says, "Nah, I got this, fellas." Finishes off the Wheezy 111, and it's getting kind of a tight game right now. Both teams are really kind of going back. They actually are up 6-4 right now, and it's looking pretty decent, other than the fact they don't have control of the hill. But you know, once again, that doesn't necessarily mean you're going to lose it. With these type of players, you know, with Mill and Goat, anything is possible with these guys. They can, of course, pull off some crazy shit when the chips are down. So Mill's sitting here, got the STB-1 above him. You know, and if you're an artillery player in this situation, should be your first job. You should be, of course, finishing this off. That should be what you should be shooting at. You should be shooting at all this stuff sitting up on top of the hill. STB-1's moving in. Foshp's got his side. He's getting AP to death. STB-1, of course, is also getting his knocks in. Puts a nice shell into the rear of him. STB-1's up on top. He's all here by himself. Jagdpanzer E100's pushed around way too far. Way too far. And Mill is, of course, like I said, left here by himself with a... but, no! MillHill RNG, folks, right there. Gets a nice shell of the STB-1. Of course, the STB-1 gets to his side, loads the heat round, and Mill is not looking in a very good position right here. Oh! STB-1 finishes him with 354, the Foch 281, and Mill is dead. Sits at about nice 3,000k, 1,200 blocked, and the game is super tight. Why did you push, Jagdpanzer? Well, that's kind of a question right there. Once you've pushed yourself around that far, what are you going to do? But it's not over, folks. We have the Batchat, Object 140, Novak War, for some reason, pushed all the way up here. The Batchat does not have anything to worry about because Mill, of course, killed the artillery right off the bat. And it's looking actually not too bad. They have an E3 and we still have artillery in play. So this game is going to be a little bit tighter. 57's almost dead. He's a one-shot. And, you know, you can say what you say about artillery. This is the kind of game that artillery really helps. Yep, there he goes. 57 finishes off a low health tank. Yeah, unfortunately that's... you know, kind of a waste of shell, but at the same time, finishing off that tank whose gun's still in play definitely will help the team. I didn't actually watch this completely. I didn't quite see what happened there with the fact that they actually got the hill back. Batchat played a nice game, got him up there. Go Juice moved up here. He is looking to finish this off. 907 sitting in the back. Type 5 Heavy has moved around. They got him located. Goat has got full health, so he's sitting pretty nice here. They're pushing the 907. The 907 moved to the far corner, and now I do believe he's not going to survive this. Nope. So it is a 9-10 game right now. Object 140 is sitting not real nice. Ooh. 9-11 game, and they're bleeding tanks here relatively quick. The Batchat finishes them off, and of course, Butt is in his in the current mode of, yeah, okay, screw you. Finds the Type 5. Goat's like, nah, I got you, buddy. I got 6 rounds. What are you gonna do? Finishes him off. He's got 3 rounds left. He's got another Foch B in front of him, and the STB-1 is making his run on Goat. Goat gets ammo racked by him. Oh, puts a nice shell into him. And the STB-1 donks the shot. But thank goodness the enemy kills the STB-1 for Goat. Yeah, they just did that. Just brought the game back from an almost assured loss. So, Goat's reloading. Of course, he's ammo racked, so this is not looking too pretty for him. He's just going to sit here and see what happens. Batchat spotting. They still, like I said, still have a T92 in play. So the game's going to be a little bit more interesting now that they have an E3, a Foch, and a 140 left. 140 is almost dead. The E3's, I believe, mostly full health. So Goat pulls off to the side here. Apparently his repair kit must have been down because he didn't have a repair, wasn't able to repair his ammo rack. Here comes the 140, and the Bat Chat finishes off the 140, leaving the E3 by himself. So Goat's like, nah, I got this. I'm going to flank. So he pulls around. E3 has no idea what's going on. He's sitting at 811 hit points. And here comes Goat with the autoloader. Artillery misses the E3. Bat Chat's running. He's trying to reload. And the other Fok is probably going like, what am I going to do? He goes after artillery, which is kind of an unusual move. He's going to waste 2 shells on that artillery piece instead of supporting the E3 on the hill. But that's alright. Goat's got his rear. Pulls around. Finds the E3 from the rear. And you just got auto-loaded, buddy. So Goat's got 3 shells left. Bat Chat's almost reloaded. And they have 1 Fok left to kill, who is currently moved into the hill position, which is unusual. And of course Goat's using the bushes here. Gets a nice shell into the Fok. Gets another nice shell into the Fok. And finishes off his clip, leaving the Bat Chat with... He's actually fully reloaded right now. And of course looks like Goat's got his ammo rack back. Fok is sitting at... I believe he's easily at 1 shot. So the Bat Chat, he's going to run and play this smart. He's going to go to cap, and he's going to draw out this TD and see what he's doing. I really do like this mod. I don't have this mod. This pull back here and see what's going on. So Goat's just going to hang out here. He's going to wait for the Fok to come, while the Bat Chat, of course, is going to cap it and use his amazing camo to win this game. Yeah, so you can't really ask for a better carry out of this deal. Mill and Goat and Butt, they did a hell of a job pulling this out. And of course this Legion, he did a nice job too. So here comes the Fok. He's pushing in. And Goat finishes him off for the kill. Nice job, boys. Good game, good game. So I will be, of course, expanding the series as I get more videos from Mill. Of course, his, his RNG, or as we call it, the bullshit RNG MillHills. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed.